everyone. Yoo-hoo!
Hello.
It's Thursday night and we are back again. We have put in the chat already. If someone can say hi, that would be great.
Can anybody say hello? So then we know that there are people here. We're not just standing here like.
We're just like, oh, Noreen, baby! Woo!
Hello.
Hi, Nigel. How are you doing? Well, guys, I have a bit of an announcement to make. As everybody knows, I do a crime show. I have managed to secure a spot Tuesday night, 7 to 9, UK time. And I am doing it temporarily, but I will still do it on Monday. I'll still pre-release. It's just so that it gives me a bit more confidence. I'll keep my gruesome things for a Sunday and keep all the good stuff for a Tuesday. So I'm happy enough. Hi, Nigel's from the North Pole. He's doing good. That's what I like to know. You know I will be here. Noreen, you never let me down, sweet cheeks. How's everybody's week been?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yes, I've had a good week. I've had time off work, so it's been good.
What about you, Wayne?
I've been a nurse all week.
Yeah. Oh.
I've been nursing the mortally wounded and ill.
Oh.
I've had three of the 6 of us have managed to catch this bug that's been going around. Started off with little Tamsin, and so she ended up 48 hours off of school, and then Freddie caught it, so he had to have 48 hours off. And then just as Freddie was getting over it, this plum catches it, and she ends up having to have 48 hours off. So Ethan and Chloe got shipped off to their mums for the last couple of days because Ethan, he can't catch a virus or anything because of his immune system. So to play safe, him and Chloe stayed away, and now everybody's back to normal again. We've got everybody back. So,
and
I'm laughing because I got away with it.
I wouldn't laugh too hard because I thought that I did think that obviously when we had the sickness bug in my house, I thought, I bypassed it. The day after my gran passes, I was in the toilet with the sickness bug all fucking day. So I was like, you're killing me.
Viruses don't like me.
No, they're like
they take one look at me and they go, "No, I'm not going to bother with him."
Yeah. Hi, Craig. How you doing, my lovely?
Hello.
Nigel, my week has been very busy, thank you. Wayne's had a shitty week. He has had a shitty week. And it will get him. It will get him.
No, because I'm a strong believer in new vocal cords, please. Hang on. I'm a strong believer in preventative medicine. So first thing in the morning, I have honey, ginger, cayenne pepper, lemon juice.
Perfect.
I have that before I have my cup of coffee.
Lovely.
And then ruin it all by having a cigarette. And then in the evenings, I have what I call silly shit or shilajit, lion's mane mushroom, and sea moss capsules.
Perfect.
So I then partake in these lovely little. Brilliant there.
Oh.
And I take 1 or 2 capsules a night, and I wake up in the morning. It sort of makes you get up quite sprightly. There's no brain fog or anything like that, and you get on with your day quite easily. So obviously, having one of those, you wake up and you're like, "Hey!" and you get downstairs and you burn your throat out with the ginger and cayenne pepper. and it's really good. And I learned this from when I got a bad case of gout in my foot, and the doctor gave me prescribed medication, and it took ages to clear up. And I did a bit of research, looked into it, found out that tart cherry juice was really good for gout. It breaks up the urite crystals, and it helps a lot. So I managed to find somewhere that was selling tart cherry juice, and I started taking it, and within a matter of days, it was gone. So every time I had a case of gout, it was straight to the cherry juice and shifted within a day.
Perfect.
So I've been a strong believer of using that sort of the home remedies to get rid of these things, and they're working. So I'd rather do that than go down the prescribed medication.
Might as well use it.
Nick says, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't said anything, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it." Oh, don't worry about it, Nick. We've always got tomorrow.
That's all right.
He's watching the show in the doctors.
Put your own teeth in. Hi, May. Woo! Next Friday, guys, we will have May on. She's really lovely. We will be talking about secret island tours. Now, if you're interested in doing any tours, check out May's Secret Island Tours. What you get for it, guys, is really, really good. Noreen says, I need a bucket of those ones. I need 3 buckets, Noreen. Hi, Laura. Hi, Nicola. So tonight...
There is, I will admit, there is one side effect.
A lot of shitting?
No, it makes your hair go white.
I was just going to say, it makes your hair go white. Damn.
Well, you must be taking some amount.
He's getting back on point for that TBP episode, man.
Do you know
white hair? Oh, I can't talk.
Do you know you're looking like the Fonz with your hair?
Oh wow!
Right, okay. Here's a task for all you people in the chat room. Find me an episode where the Fonz has white hair.
I know he has black hair.
He's like, I've got my phone.
It's supposed to spike. I used Brill cream and it don't work right.
Right.
See, I've got to start to learn to use the electric socket. Now that's how I'm going to get spiky hair.
Yeah. Do that impression again for us, Wayne. That was great.
So tonight,
just like me,
guys,
a phone slip into the bath. Be fine.
I throw the toaster in. That's why my hair looks the way it does. Me and Linny are twinnies.
Yeah.
Try gel, Wayne.
Try gel. That would just slick it back, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, gel slicks it back, but when the gel dries out, you have to then brush it again. So if you comb through it again once it's dried, it makes the hair stand up more.
What about wax?
Oh no.
You rub your head with a bit of nylon.
Stand there with a balloon.
Yeah, I was going to say the balloon may work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally I use a little bit of gel. Make sure it goes all through the hair, then let it dry, and then brush it again so that it stands up. It was just Freddie's Brill cream was to hand, so I used that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. God love him. God love him. So tonight, guys, I thought we'd talk about the black-eyed children. I find it really fascinating. The beautiful eyes, let me tell you. I'd love to have the pure black eyes. I'll let Sam, because Sam wrote me a book today.
Yeah, you know what? I got all that, wrote it all down, and then I wrote it all out again because I was like, you know what? I ain't reading that. I'm not reading that on live feed. People get so bored after literally 2 minutes of me reading. Cool. Is that Ragnar just going into our freaking cupboard?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep. Cat's in the cupboard. Sorry, we just saw the cupboard door open on its own, and we were like, not tonight. Not tonight. ghosts, but it's not ghosts, it's just the cat. So, legend of the black-eyed children. I nearly said black-eyed peas because I said it to Lo earlier. I was like, I thought you were going to say black-eyed peas. So, the black-eyed children, also referred to as Beks, as in Beks, is one of the most chilling urban myths in paranormal folklore. They are mysterious entities that resemble young children or teenagers around the age of 12 to 16, or can be much younger than that, often appearing at night asking for a lift in your car, or will come to your home and knock at the door asking to be let in, or if they could use your phone to call someone. Their appearance is usually described as black eyes devoid of any irises or whites, usually wearing a hood or a coat of some kind. The history of this phenomena has been reported for centuries, but the most recent and most documented was by a man called Brian Bethel from Texas in 1996. He said he encountered two boys aged between 9 to 12 standing outside the driver's side of his car wearing t-shirts and hoods, and they spoke in a very odd manner, almost too formal for their age. Both of them requested a ride home, saying they had forgotten their money for the movie they wanted to see that night. Of course, Brian was parked outside of a cinema at the time this happened. Despite their polite tone, Bethel refused them both and tried to start his car, to which the car did not start, and the boys grew more and more forceful about the ride they wanted to get, requesting the same thing over and over. He said just before the car started, finally, they both said, "We can't come in your car until you invite us in." Nope. He said he was terrified and sped away, knowing something seemed completely off. Later, he recalled this experience, which matched up to many other accounts around the world. According to other reports, they do disappear suddenly if their invitation is denied. Yet all reports mention an uneasy or unsettling feeling and a feeling of suddenly being cold and shaky. And some people have even got sick not long after they leave or vanish. So that was that.
Do you know, there has been, I did find in a county one that supposed to have happened outside a haunted pub in Staffordshire. That was reported in 2014. The sighting was taken serious, obviously, by ghost hunters who then went to follow it up. Now, some ghost hunters have looked at their beliefs in the black-eyed children, and I've heard some say that they're extraterrestrials. I've heard some say that they're vampires. I've heard some say that they're ghosts. And to be honest, I think they probably go for children because it's known that children that, oh, I hear a beep. Oh, it's that handsome dude for
Oh, it's Tom again. Hello, Tom.
I think they hit children because children have a higher level than we do as adults. And they're easy to attach to. And I think that's why they're mere to get the vibrations, mere the frequency. So, and it's easy for people to stop for children. It's more easy to attract people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Than it is adults.
See,
and I think when they're children as well, when say you have a child that comes to your front door at night and they're asking for your help, you're more inclined then, you're more likely to actually invite them in. So it's almost like the entity, whether it's a higher power, like an alien or whatever it is, they're more, they obviously know what we are more susceptible to and what we're going to accept into our house.
It's a shock to see you, Tom.
They've also found that they've got these children are attracted to a low frequency. So they've been practicing sending out these low frequencies and they're getting a lot more from them. And normally quite in isolated areas as well.
Yeah.
They're in isolated areas. And it's like the one at Cannock Chase. That's quite a large isolated area, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind going down there and having a good look at that myself, just to see if
That-
I find.
Yeah, because there's supposed to be black-eyed children that are down there as well. Tom, you big handsome devil, how are you feeling about tomorrow?
Oh,
Woo!
you know, I was trying to, like, I couldn't avoid it all day because everything in my head was like, I'm at work. I'm like, this is my last day at work in my 40s. I'm never gonna work in my 40s ever again. And like little things like that. And then I come home and I'm thinking, maybe I'll just not think about it for a while. And then I pick the mail up on my way in. I put beers away and I look at the mail, and it's addressed to me, Thomas Matthew Nally Sr., and it's my AARP card, which I don't know if you guys know what that is, if you have that outside the US. It's like a 50 and over kind of thing where you apply for it and you get discounts on things and stuff like that. But I'm like, you guys are a day early. It says, welcome to the 50s Club. I'm like, I'm not there yet. Just don't rush it.
Sweetheart, in my time, you've got under 3 hours until you're the big 5-0. In your time, you've still got quite a bit away.
Technically, it's 1:30 something in the morning when I was born. So,
well, see if I'm up at 1:30, I'll light you a candle and I'll go, happy birthday to you.
Oh, cool.
Hey, I'm going to quickly go into the comments. Lulu. Hello, you to you from Canada. Welcome to the show, Lulu. We're talking about black-eyed children. Hey, Kate. Hey, Laura. Hey, Heather. Black-eyed peas. Kate goes, Purple Tom. Kate says, almost half a century, Mr. Nally. He is. He's looking good for it, Kate. Birthday boy. Hi, Eileen. How you doing? Oh, hi, Samantha. Hey, honey. But yeah.
Well, hey.
But before when you were talking about, these black-eyed children or creatures or whatever they are, and they're coming knocking on your door, or
that's Tommy knockers.
We've had them here. Now, this is an actual fact. My daughter, when she was born, I've had spirits trying to come to her and take her out of the cot. Right, and I've caught them loads of times. This woman follows my daughter around. I mean, she's 40 this year, but she's still getting followed around by this woman.
40.
Anything that happens, right? She's there protecting her. Now, she was in my house one day and she'd moved, right? So my daughter was there and I had cameras on the door. This was years ago. This was about, maybe 15 years ago. And she said to me, Mum, it's knocking on the door, I guess. Don't answer the door. Once you answer the door, you're inviting her in. Do not open the door.
Yeah.
She said, so what we done, we put the camera on and we filmed it. So the knocking come and I said, do not open the door. So we went on the camera, on the television. There was nobody there, but it was still knocking.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Maybe they were shorter than the camera.
No.
Yeah, they're just knocking from down here somewhere.
Hey, can you let me in?
You'll never find me.
But this spirit, it just looks after her. It's got her out of a lot of trouble. When she's been in trouble at times, it's been there. And whoever's tried to hurt her, they've been sort of like thrown out basically by an unseen entity. Yeah. So.
It always makes me think of what we get happening here.
Yeah, that was quite odd.
Because we've got it as well. So on this door, which is the kitchen, we're in the kitchen currently, we get it on this door whereby my mother has heard it. She didn't believe us to begin with, and then she was washing up one day and then heard it really loudly and shat her pants, bless her. And you've heard it on the windows and on the doors twice, haven't you? And then also on the front door.
Oh, I've opened the door.
Yeah, you opened the door and there was no one there, was there?
I thought it was Amazon.
It was like, we get parcels, maybe it's Amazon, and then he just opens the door and he was like, damn it, Amazon, you've gone already.
No, not Amazon, just ghosts.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a paranormal investigator's worst nightmare, being a knock on the door and no one being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
failed to look
Yeah.
down at the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's my
You-
parcels. It's not ghosts.
Find as investigators that even though we go out and we look for stuff and things like that, and as much as we say we're hyped up and we're excited to see stuff, when it actually happens, it's a totally different ballgame. Because I've always said I would love to see an apparition and I would love to see one when I'm out, and I get excited, but when I seen one the day after my grand's anniversary standing at the side of my door, I fucking nearly went into the upstairs. And I
Yeah.
jumped out the bed like I jumped out the bed like a ninja.
Low has gone high.
Yeah.
Honestly, Sam, it's
I'm
funny
the
they
opposite.
wanted.
I'm the total opposite. If I'm out investigating and something happens, the adrenaline kicks in, and I'm like, "Do it again! Do it again! Come on,
Yeah.
do it again!"
I'm like that.
When I had a
Yeah,
mannequin,
Mark
when I
said
had a
that's what we're
mannequin
here
dummy
for.
thrown at me at Harwich Redoubt Port, the investigator that was with me in the cell shit herself and run. Me, I'm holding the mannequin dummy, playing football with the head, pissing myself laughing.
You should have
It
told
was
him next time
hilarious.
throw money.
And I wanted to do it again, but it wouldn't do anything else. And I'm just creasing up in hysterics. And 3 other investigators came in and went, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I said, "Look." And they're like, "Oh, right, okay." And now since
that
then,
mannequin got no head.
the venue has tied the mannequin to the wall so it can't physically
Yeah.
move.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
can't
like,
move it.
I asked them why did they do it, and they said because it's more than one occasion that they've done that.
Was that sort of like a health and safety thing or something?
And it's something I would love to happen again. So for me, rather than running the opposite direction like the other investigator did, run off out to safety, I'm like, no, do it again. Throw something else. Because that's the whole idea. That's the whole reason why we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we all do what we do. We're wanting to experience and get those things.
Yeah.
It defeats the object of being an investigator when the second something happens, you shit yourself and run away.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part about being an investigator and something actually happening is when it's people, like physical human people, you can instantly get a gauge, you can get a read on their intentions and their body language and the sort of energy they're putting out. But with a spirit, you don't know whether it's friendly, whether it's playful, whether it means you harm. So when something happens, I think for most people it would be a natural reaction to just break it and run, because
it's a fight or flight.
It's a fight or flight, and without having that knowledge of being able to physically see something and be able to read their intentions, instead of the flight kicks in and they're like, well, I don't know what's going on and that's scary, so I'm going to run.
Yeah. Whereas I'm a fighter.
You
well,
be like,
so come on, do it again.
But here's a question for everybody, right? And I want to start with Mark, right? Because I know Mark is skeptical, so I'm going to start with Mark. I'm going to pick on Mark here. But what would you do, Mark, if you came across a child who needed help and it happened to be a black-eyed child? What would you do, honestly, Mark?
The same thing I would do with any child.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it, I swear. Don't do it.
You'll get struck off.
Yeah.
Please don't.
In all honesty, like, this is an absolute genuine answer. I would help it.
Okay.
If it
This is why all the ghosts are in our house.
Probably. Absolute genuine answer is I would help it. Sam calls me skeptical because I don't believe everything that I'm told, everything that I see.
Yeah,
I have
everything that we experience as well. Like, there's got to be.
I have experienced the genuine paranormal. I won't go into it because that's not what we're talking about. But I have experienced it, so I do believe in the paranormal. But if a child came up to me and said, "Would you help me?" Whether it had black eyes or not, I probably would, because for two reasons. One, it's a child and it needs help. Two, if it was a black-eyed child, now that I've read about the law and I know what the story is, I would be ever so curious to find out what happens next. Because so far, you read all the stories and all you know is that
they don't.
Is that they ask for help and you refuse them and then they disappear and you feel sick.
Apparently, as well, according to folklore, so don't quote me on this because it's not like factual, but apparently the people that have invited them in have actually then gone missing like the next day.
No, but
apparently
that's even more reason for me. That's even more reason to help them. I want to find out where they take you.
Yeah, where do we go? Like, do they literally take us somewhere that we like can't get back from?
You end up down some darkened sewage pipe.
Well, I must say, I've come across a guy with jet black eyes. Now, this happened years ago in my work, and it was an electrician that come in, and we were in a factory setting, and he was pure white. He was pure white, and he had the blackest eyes I've ever seen, and they were big and black. And it freaked me out. And every time he came back every 6 months to do something electrical. And he always sat on his own doing this stuff. And I got migraines every time he turns up. It frightened the hell out of me. I could look at him. It hurt me just looking at him. Frightened me. I've never found out anything whether it was normal or abnormal. I don't know. But he threw this aura out of really electric aura. He was an electrician, but he threw this electric aura out. And I couldn't look at him. I could not physically look at him. Frightened me. And he had the same effect on some of the others, but it was scary. That really, really frightened me.
The electrician was electric, and he drove in an electric car, and he came in and did the electric slide, and there's a whole theme going on here.
Do you know what? I'm sitting here trying not to laugh because in my head, while you guys are talking, when Mark was talking and then Lynn was talking, all I really could see in my head was Venom. And do you know that's all I could see was Venom? I was like, and I'm trying not to laugh because all I can see is the scene when Annie tries to get Venom out of Mrs. Chen in the eyes, and I just can't help, and I'm trying to sit there and go, hold the laugh, hold the laugh, hold the laugh. I like, don't laugh. Nicola says, happy birthday, Tom. Laura says, Willow, I cannot wait to join you in April. Looking forward to having you, honey. Eileen says, we probably see many spirits daily and not know. We probably do, Eileen. No, I'll never run with the point of that. This is true. Hi, Susie. Kate says, Tom's on vacation mode.
I sure am. Today was my last day of work until Tuesday, so I'm good.
Yay.
In fact, Kate,
and I'm going to Atlantic City tomorrow night.
Kate, do me a massive big favour because I am sick of asking Tom because he just keeps letting me down and I'm done with it. Kate, can you please play Golf It? Please, they're live on Golf It. They want to play golf. It sucks.
Well, We did play recently. It just wasn't live. Mostly because Miss Kate wasn't feeling well, and she, we know she was a little self-conscious about how she sounded. Now, I don't really remember most of that golf game, because it started a little late, and I'd already had quite a few beers. So all I know is I woke up the next day and I went, I can't go in. I got to call.
Oh, well, was that the one where the car didn't start?
Yeah. That's why I didn't go in. My car wouldn't start. I didn't put the key in and turn the key. I didn't put the key in and turn the key, but it's still.
Right. I see it. I see it. Hey Alex, how you doing, lovely? Everybody, please go and check out Ghost Hunter Scotland. They are an amazing team. Full respect to them. Check it out, guys. Kate says, "Are we going to talk about Wayne's You're here?" We'll come back to that. I've already says it looks the phones. Kate says, "I'll try my best. Thank you, darling. Thank you." Willow says, Willow's here. Laura says, will you be getting activity live on? Oh, that sounds good. Sounds good. And Kate says, I sounded like I was 60 and smoked 40 cigarettes a day.
Yeah, well,
I would have loved to hear that manly voice.
Coming from that little thing. She didn't have a but I can't even imagine that. Can you imagine just seeing her and she's like, I'm feeling
hello, I'm Kate.
Wayne always has the upper hand on that voice, man. The low tones and frequencies.
What he is like. But yeah, I mean, it is. What about you, Sam? What would you do if you seen a black-eyed child? I know it said peas.
Mate. Yeah, I nearly said peas again. I keep on nearly saying black-eyed peas, and I'm just like, shut up. Yeah.
You burst into hysterics and scream at them and then drop kick them when they wouldn't go away.
Most probably. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I'd probably be like, open the door. Oh crap, they've got black eyes. Time to just backhand. I don't know what I do in the moment. Backhand maybe.
No, I am actually curious myself.
It'd be like them screaming, me screaming, backhand. They backhand me, and then we just both cry. I think that's what would happen.
How would you approach it? I said that I would genuinely, hand on my heart, I would genuinely help it for my own reasons.
Personally, I think that if I didn't see their eyes, I think then I would be more inclined that I would want to help, like you.
What if you did see their eyes?
If I did see their eyes, then no.
Well, what if you've already opened the door?
If I've already opened the door,
you're at the halfway line. You can't turn back now.
At that point, we're fucked. There's no coming back from that. Yeah, at that point, I think I would probably end up just saying, I think at that point I'd know that they were an entity of some sort, and I would then start to ask them questions as to why they're there, what they're here for, what kind of help that they are asking for or needing, and then kind of gauge from there how the situation's going to go.
The thing is, you've got to consider two things with that approach to it. Number one, spirits.
Apparently, they just continuously ask you the same question as well until you say yes.
Well,
apparently.
According to
I've already said no. Could you please go away?
Yeah, but according to things that we've heard, spirits will lie.
Yes.
To get their own way.
We have had that.
The second thing you need to consider is a lot of these stories, a lot of the lore that surrounds different types of spirit, ghoul, entity, all of it comes from man-made superstition. Vampires are evil. Why are vampires evil? Because humans say they are. Just like any woman that knew what a particular leaf did 200 years ago was,
witch.
Yeah, she was a witch and she was burned at the stake because she knows what a mushroom does. Right. So my point is,
I know what a leaf does.
Thank God Mark didn't say bitch.
Well, there's different kinds of leaves, man. I mean,
Yeah.
some do some things,
Well,
some do some other things. It all depends on how you interact with them. You know, you could smoke them, and you know, it's like really cool, man.
at that point, I don't think the witches care if they're burning or not because they're just so
No.
high. Like, they're fine.
Eases the pain. But no, the point I'm making is we can't take it for granted that these spirits have evil intentions just because the stories say they. Of course, the stories are going to say these creatures are evil because we don't understand it. If we don't understand it, then it's automatically it's bad, it's evil. The church doesn't like it.
Church doesn't like anything.
I don't think there's anything evil.
Do you know what? I absolutely love Mark. I absolutely love Mark because I'm listening to Mark and I'm saying to myself, it's true what he says, because if you look at it, as he says, with vampires, it's the same as we've always questioned, what would we do if we seen aliens, right? Now, in films, when you watch films, when you watch TV, whatever, they always make it out that aliens are bad, you know, they attack you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But what happens if it's the most friendliest wee guy like Paul? I would love to have an alien friend like Paul dress up as a cowboy.
I mean, if vampires were real and I came across it, I'd be like, yeah, man, sign me up. Please.
It's got to be better than here.
Do you know what? I don't want to make this about aliens. All I'm saying is I know the route that humanity would take. We'd start firing rockets at it. And all I'm saying is if a race of people have the technology to come across the universe in order to get here, the last thing I want to do is piss it off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Firing a nuclear missile at it is like firing a pea shooter at it. It's going to have no effect on them whatsoever because they'll know how to reverse the effect of it.
I mean, a lot of people,
it just comes
even in and out of the paranormal field, have talked about evil spirits and evil demons. I don't think that, my opinion has always been that there's nothing evil out there. There's no demons. There's no this, that, like it's all spirits. Just like in life, there are assholes and they're cool people. When you cross over, you're not going to change. You could still be an asshole. You can project yourself as a demon because you know you're an asshole and it'll scare them.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. I'm like that when people start talking about poltergeists.
Yeah.
You know, noisy spirit. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. Could it not just be a ghost that's pissed off that no one will communicate with it?
Yeah.
Or hasn't communicated with it for so long that it's frustrated that it can't have its voice heard and therefore starts doing things that other people perceive as dangerous or scary.
Or maybe,
and so it gets given that name and it gets branded and it stays like that.
Maybe it's a poultry.
Tom, if that was a vampire that came to visit you, I bet you'd be happy.
Well, I mean, I don't care. It could be an old man vampire. If they're going to make me a vampire and I get to live forever, yeah, I'd do it, man. Sign me the hell up.
No, if I'm going to be turned into a vampire, I'd rather be turned by something like that than an old man.
No, you know, it doesn't matter. Hey, it's not about the journey; it's about the destination.
To be honest, so would I probably.
Yes, but the journey has to start somewhere, and I'd rather start it with a nice female vampire than a dirty old man.
Yeah,
but if you've read a lot of vampire books and stuff, there have been like vampires that are male and female that are both depicted as highly attractive to straight people who are of the same sex.
Yeah,
like say Anne Rice's vampires. Yeah. There was so much man on man stuff that happened in there, and they happened between people that weren't gay. But it was just it's part of the vampire lore. I got really into vampires when I was a teenager. So Anne Rice was my go-to book collection.
Tom, is this one of the confession shows where you start to confess a wee bit more what you've been up to? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not judging. If you want to start confessing, you just confess happily.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 45 years since my last confession.
Hang on, my son. Let me shut the door.
I can't hear this.
I can't do this.
Yeah, don't want to know.
Oh, Wally. Kate says, just like Captain Hook, just a misunderstood guy who hated crocodiles and clocks. Hey, Kelly. Laura has a question
Kelly.
for us. If you had a choice of being a vampire or a werewolf, what would it be? For me
Vampire.
personally, I would be a vampire because I don't want to be a hairy werewolf. It's not
Well, it goes away.
He's already halfway there, so I'm like, yeah, he's gonna.
I'd go for werewolf because it would make literally no difference.
Well, no, you would have more hair on top of your head.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right. I would go werewolf so that this stops falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
What
have
about you,
that
Lan?
problem. Yeah.
What would I be?
Yeah.
I think I'd be a vampire, a dead sexy vampire.
Right, I would change my name to Lestat.
I don't know what. I'd probably
Listen,
end up being some sort of weird hybrid or something, wouldn't I, knowing me?
All I'm going to say is, for all of you that would choose to be a vampire, I just need to remind you that a lot of places of business close before the sun goes down. So bear that in mind.
Yeah, that would be a
Okay,
bit.
well.
With the superpowers that you get from being a vampire, you could still get into those places undetected.
It would be like dust until dawn. When you get into the nightclub with George Clooney and that, and you think it's a normal nightclub until the vampires come up.
Yeah.
It's a good
Of course,
film.
My YouTube videos would have to
I
change
didn't
a
like
lot.
nightclubbing when I was mortal. I'm not going to like it when I'm undead.
On the full moon, you're just like, "Whoa," and everyone's like, shit, what the hell's going
My
on?
videos would change up a lot. I'd have to get a really powerful light to make my videos at nighttime for YouTube, but you know.
Oh, what about
Just
you,
borrow
Ian?
Wayne's torch.
Yeah, Wayne's torch will do you just fine.
I would probably end up drawing the short straw and end up being a werepire.
That was what I said as well. But I'd probably end up being some weird fucking hybrid.
Yeah. I'd be a
I
werepire.
look like
Half
Quasimodo.
werewolf, half vampire.
It sounds really cool, but because of the mixed blood, it's more of a deformity. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just a really hairy guy with really little teeth.
The only way you'd be able to kill me is with a silver stake.
Right. Porterhouse steak.
Oh my God. Tom, did you see what I tagged you the other night? Right, so everyone, I was on the phone the other night to Nick, right? And me and Nick were talking away. And I said to Nick, we were talking about old adverts. Well, there's one advert that always cracks me up without a shadow of a doubt. And it's the John West salmon when the guy goes and fights the bear. And I just, for some reason, all I could think about was Tom. I was like, that is Tom out in Tom's world. If he had to see a bear, he'd be running away trying to battle this bear. So Nick was in stitches, and you know how Nick laughs. I love Nick's laugh. So I was like that. I'm going to tag him. So there you go, my darling. You get tagged. Kelly was like, humans are evil. Laura says, aliens are good. I've got proof. I would love to hear more, Laura. Who even knows if it's actually an alien? It's just what we've been told. Kate says, that asteroid in 7 years is pretty scary. Can you show us? Would love to see. Agree with Tom. Don't give him a big head.
Now he thinks he's God.
Wayne, Kelly
Love your hair,
says,
Wayne. Everybody's loving the hair.
yeah, I can show you. Hey, who?
What are we showing?
Kelly's like, who cares? Sucking is fun. I'm going way past that comment. Some of the vampires. I'm sorry. You all just like sucking, apparently. Kelly, I think you're private message. Laura, wants to be a werewolf. Kate, you want to be a Spice Girl? Come on. I thought your standards were better.
What kind of lifestyle would you be?
Tell me what you want.
What you really mean?
Yeah, Nicholas says vampire and me. Kate says, nah, I'd be with Tom playing Minecraft. You know what I mean, Tom? Wayne is on from his boy
band.
And that brings us back to the hair comment.
Wayne's like,
whoa. You know how this show always goes, folks. We always go down rabbit holes. The subject stays for about 2 minutes and then it's...
Well, especially when I'm here, I'm all over the place.
There is one comment by, I think, Katie, that I just want to clear up. She said humans are evil. Now, I want to make a correction to that. Humans aren't evil. They're just a little bit stupid and rather ignorant.
Wow.
Okay.
A lot of them are, yeah.
A lot of them are, yeah. Not all of them, you know.
No. I pride myself as one that is not. I try to.
See how we all went really silent. That was awful, guys.
I tried. I'm sorry, babe. I did try and keep my face straight.
I'm not evil.
I never said you were evil. I think you're really
a little bit. Little tiny bit.
Maybe.
Laura says you've got good demons, bad demons, good angels, bad angels.
But are they demons? I mean,
are they?
Are they the same? What I've always believed is that they're actually the same thing. It's just you've got bad angels, you've got good angels.
It depends what faith you're looking at. In the Christian faith, you've got two separate beings. You've got angels and you've got demons.
Are they the same thing?
If you go into the Islamic faith, you've just got one race, which is called jinn. Now, jinn were the first creations of Allah, and some of them are good, some of them are evil, which translates into angels and demons. And
Makes more sense.
Wayne has told me 1,000,001 times about the Anunnaki.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really interesting subject.
But technically, in the Christian religion, I don't think they refer to things that are supposed to be demons as demons. They're more like fallen angels.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they are. Lucifer was one of the first born angels, and then he rebelled. Who?
See, Lucifer was an angel.
He was, yeah. He was one of the archangels, and then when he thought he could do a better job running the show, he led a rebellion against.
He was cast out.
Yeah, God kicked him in the ass.
I thought he said he passed out.
I thought he said he passed out. Well.
There he goes.
He did pass out. When he woke up, he was down there.
Yeah, down to hell you go, Lucifer.
You see, that all coincides with the Sumerian texts of the Anunnaki. The fact was that the Anunnaki had created us to serve them. Only there was a section of the Anunnaki that fell in love with that creation, and the Nephilim was the offspring. This then caused a rift between the good Anunnaki and the bad Anunnaki, and a fight ensued.
Sounds all racist to me.
That would be where the good angels and the bad angels come from, and it then proceeded from there. But when you look in the Sumerian texts, it then states that the good Anunnaki went off. They said, "See you later, we're going elsewhere," and just left the offspring and its contents. So everything was left behind. And so it's all down to the different scriptures of different religions, but they all revolve roughly around the same thing. They've got the same storyline, the same timelines. Myself and Mark have looked into this so many times, and all religions have roughly the same timelines, like the Great Floods. You know, they're all roughly about the same time. So therefore, all religions are based on one simple story, but the context has been changed depending on which religion it is.
Yes.
Exactly.
And so I don't think there are any such thing as demons, because they are all just these fallen angels. So they're all still technically angels.
Despite what Zach Baggins says.
I was just
despite what he said. But you know,
That Bagans.
it's all down to how you perceive it, due to whatever religion you've been brought up to believing in.
Yeah. The impression.
Well, Wayne, do you know what the scariest part about the story
Such
that
a
you
good-
just
I
told?
feel so angry right now. I'm possessed.
Oh, darn. When he got angry and he was like, I'm going to kill someone. And I'm just
Well,
like, oh.
He couldn't
Zach.
hurt a fly. I don't care how built he is. He's a wimp. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. He started crying as well.
Bring him here
Very
on the
quick.
streets of Philadelphia. I bet he cries.
Good film, that.
That
Streets of
is a good
Philadelphia?
film.
It was a great film. Sorry, Mark. What?
the scariest part about the story that you just said about the Sumerians, the Anunnaki, and the Civil War, as it were, is I'm a big believer that history can repeat itself. Now, if you look at what we as humans are doing with the likes of AI,
Fail.
we are literally we're on the verge of repeating the process of creating something that's supposed to serve us. That ends up becoming its own separate thing. You know, who knows what the future holds? But my God, can I see it going that way?
Skynet from Terminator.
Yeah, man.
I love the
Terminator.
Terminator films. Really love them.
The thing is, a computer is only as powerful as the person that programs it.
Not true.
When it becomes self-aware, there will be programs in place that as soon as it becomes self-aware, it gets shut down by the program that's installed into it.
Yeah, but if you plug it into the internet, it will teach itself about coding, etc. And eventually you will get an AI bot that knows how to bypass that program.
Yeah,
even if it's made by another one.
Yeah, that is obviously the risk. That is obviously the risk. But obviously it would have to be an AI programming an AI.
Yeah. And that could fully happen. I mean,
And
you can go on ChatGPT right now and have it write you an entire program to make a website like that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, originally in the 80s, when you had like the old style computers where you would write a program where it'd go 10, color 149, 20, go to 10. And then when you pressed return, it flashed that color. But obviously, you could then set the program parameters so that it would only do it so many times, but it would include a list of the protocols that it would follow by.
Yeah, the whole if then statements. If number equals 1, then you go to 10. If number equals 10 or greater, stop.
The theory would be, as a computer program, if you were going to invent a computer that was able to to be AI, you would automatically put in protocols that would stop it from going too far into it. So if it did become too self-aware, then it would shut down and not be able to do anything further. And that's something that they've got to look into. Otherwise, we could have problems.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go to the comments. Kate says, you're not evil, you're wicked. Laura says, you have to balance them out. Kelly says, correct, Sam. Says the Bible that was written by man. Laura said, they call aliens demons, and I can relate because aliens do look like demons with their black eyes, but they are not demons back then. People did not understand them. Kelly says, like the media, telling the same thing on each different program. Zach's finally got caught out in a fake video. Laura says, robot comes to mind, guys. And Kate says, the puzzle is consciousness. What is consciousness and what's the extent is it achievable with AI? Have you heard of the pig brain transplant? I have, Kate. I really have. The thing about AI is I find that AI, I don't know if it happens to everybody else, right? But you could be looking at something, to say something quite honestly, I could be talking about a subject and it appears everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, it'll appear up in my feed and I'm like, what the hell? I've been looking at things like dresses if I'm going nights out, and the next thing you get all the adverts for Shein and You Look, and you're like,
if you're looking online, it's all about the cookies that are in the programming. The cookies record what you're doing, and they share the cookies amongst businesses.
Well, can I just tell you something? I've got a massive confession, and you guys have got to piss yourself laughing. I had no idea what cookies were, so I was just accepting everything.
No, it's fine. It's harmless. It's just for
Yeah,
advertising.
everybody does it because it's annoying. You get the pop-up and you just click accept and go straight through.
Yeah, it's just for advertising purposes. It's not like they're collecting your personal data or whatever, just your online activities.
Well, it's
So,
not good.
don't go to Pornhub too much.
Well, I was just about to say it's not good if you're on Love Honey. I mean, then it obviously comes up your Facebook with all sorts of things.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is go on something like that, and then you have your folks come round, and all of a sudden you're on Facebook, and that comes up, and you're like,
well, when it's really scary is when you're not looking something up and you just happen to talk about it, and then you go on Facebook, and then there's an ad for it. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, me and Ellen noticed that we were talking about wedding venues. And talking about where we'd like to get married, and the following afternoon, I'd literally gone on Facebook, and just about every other post on my timeline was different wedding venues in our area, and I'm like, and they're saying that Facebook don't listen to you.
They do. They all. It was all. I was looking at this the other day, and I was thinking about the whole subject of your phone listening in, and it came up that you can actually turn that off.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
what I mean? You can turn that off.
Facebook's probably not lying when they said that they're not listening to you, because no, it could be Galaxy, like Samsung, or it could be your cell phone provider that's actually like the program's listening to you, and then it translates it to text, which is easy for AI to do. I mean, if you're watching this right now, this is live. You go down to the bottom and turn on the closed captioning. It's already there because it hears us and it knows.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because if you're a quandary on something like with me and Ellen with wedding venues, Facebook have just jumped in and gone, well, how about this place as a wedding venue?
And it's not like,
it's
again,
given
it's
a
not
suggestion.
harmful. It's not harmful what they're doing.
I mean, look at Tom. I mean, he mentioned their Pornhub. So I'm sure there's a lot that came up for Tom under porn addiction. And I'm sure that he's going and seeking help for this, for his porn addiction.
His Facebook will come up with a suggestion for the PAA. Kate
says you can go search is much easier regarding annoying cookies. Smart TV. Smart TV's another thing. Don't even get me started on smart TVs. I can't work them with a shit. Kate says the worst thing ever was 2 a.m. in the morning and I wake up to Siri screaming, I didn't hear what you said. I've got CC on because I'm 95% deaf. Laura, see, the only thing with Scottish accent is, because some of the words that I can't say, it will be coming up with its own translation. So I have watched myself on CC and it does not give you what I'm really saying, because I was on a podcast. I can't remember if it was Jacqueline's podcast. It was one of the podcasts I was doing as a guest. And I was talking about an experience that I had. And I said something, and it said, the Ravens dump. And I was like, but what the hell? I'm not talking about Ravens dump. But because it doesn't understand, or maybe because I try and talk posh, but it doesn't work. Well, it works for 2 seconds.
There's a cryptid with a D, not a C at the end. Cryptid.
It's cryptid. Don't, Kate's killing me here. I am not saying Papa Burglar Alarm, ibuprofen, and cryptids. Leave me alone, Kate.
Cryptids.
Yeah, it's hard to understand sometimes if I don't have CC on.
She says cryptids, and I just picture somebody has 2 crutches with their boobs resting on them.
Yeah. Yep. Cryptids.
It's like, yes. maybe crypting your tits or something. So, you know, each to
Or
their
it
own.
could be zombie. It could be zombie boobs.
No, Nori says I can always rely on
It's from the
Tom.
crypt. I don't know.
Great.
Crypt tits.
Well, Nori, there you go, your crypt tits, your puffer burglar alarm. I can't say my fucking arse.
It's like that Scottish comedy sketch when the bloke tries to phone a company and it says, to get through to such and such, say 1. To get through to this department, say 2. And the bloke's trying to say the number and it doesn't recognise him and he gets really annoyed with it.
Do you know how many times I have dealt with those systems, whether it's dealing with telephone or dealing with something else, and they'll say to you, what is it you want to speak to us about? And I try and say it as normal as I can, and then it totally boom, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm so done with this bullshit. Nicholas like
3.
aye.
Sorry, we didn't get that.
No, sweetheart. Laura's laughing. That would be me with the crutches I use. It's the same as the sketch in that comedy Burnston, where they're in the lift and they go 11. Can you say the number again? 11, and it just does not.
Forever.
It's just like, oh fuck.
Doors just open and close, just continuously, and nothing happens.
And
I'll just take the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm out here. Tomorrow night, guys, we have Tom's birthday bash. His big 5-0. Happy birthday to that invisible chair.
I'm hoping to be there.
What's that? I'm sorry, lovely.
Tom has evaporated. He's gone.
He has. He's away to the porn addiction. Sorry, what were you saying?
I said I'm hoping to be there tomorrow night. I'm on DNTV tomorrow evening at 7:00, so hopefully it won't overrun.
Oh, you're on another.
I might be there too. I may be, yes.
What's your excuse? like, I'm not telling you. None of your business.
I'm being interviewed by DNTV, so you know it's.
Good.
But it's 7:00, so as long as it doesn't overrun, we'll be fine.
I'm but it could be. It could be.
Do you know what? Those words are so small, I can't even read them without my glasses on.
All right, Tom's off sucking something.
No, I went to get something to suck on.
Hang on. Oh, there we go. I still can't read it. Where's can?
Oh, you have to yawn.
Oh, I have all green glasses too.
Coughs. Oh, great.
I need white friends now to go with my hair.
I just can't see the screen now because these are reading glasses, but that's
How many fingers am I holding, Tom?
15.
15. Oh, that's not so bad.
I'm terrible. I couldn't see any. Hang on. Oh, yeah.
You are. The way that they're both like.
Tomorrow night, guys, we will be having Tom's birthday bash. And I will be having Vanessa Hawk. You're about to tell me you're not coming on, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know how the day's going. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I may be able to pop in for sure, but I don't know how long.
Okay, then we're not having Tom's birthday bash to next week then.
Because
that's
tomorrow,
a bit pointless, isn't it?
I may have off tomorrow, but I have a lot going on during the day. But I'm also going to see my son because I got to get my birthday hug. I get it from him every year. And then I gotta come home and get Dad's dinner ready because then by around dinner time, I will be traveling to Atlantic City to go to the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, and I'm spending the night there.
Oh,
so let's hope I come back a thousandaire at least. You know.
a thousandaire.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know what? See, since I won't see you tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. You sexy, handsome dude. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I still may pop in tomorrow for a moment. You know.
And just to make you laugh a little bit there, Tom, and Nick's not here. Gorilla tape.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
I finally had to buy some to put our diamond paintings up on the wall, and I could not find any sticky dots anywhere. And I got roped into paying for that, and it was £7.
No.
I don't
£7.
even know what that equates to in dollars.
Probably about $5.80.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Laura's got a gallon of whiskey here with your name in it.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
Hell, Tom's still a youngin'. He is. He very much is. Hi, psychic medium Rebecca Kay. Well, if you're not joining us, well, we'll just have to wait for your birthday bash next week.
Well, like I said,
So-
I can probably definitely still pop in for a few, but not like a whole show or anything like that.
Oh,
Because
Please
I have to shower, I have to shave, I have to
The 3 S's.
yeah.
and the shit too. Well, I
gotta
don't
make myself
want to
look
be
pretty
there.
for the people in Atlantic City,
Oh, are we going to have a Tom quiz? Well, coming on drunk, imagine.
I have
So
been on
Tom-
live feeds drunk before. It's not a new
Yeah.
thing.
So we've got Vanessa Hoggle coming on as well, who's a psychic medium. She's doing Secret Island tours in June. On Sunday, my pre-record will go out on Monday, and I'll be talking about Fred and Rose West every Monday, 6 AM UK time. Now, for everybody who wasn't here before, I will be doing my crime show on a Tuesday night as well, 7 PM UK time. Sometimes it will be live, sometimes it will be pre-recorded. It just depends. I'll still be going under Dark Archives with Willow. We also, on the 18th, we will have Mark Manley coming on, and I will be interviewing the Dark Mirror Boys. So he's going to be on. Wayne's going to be on the other side of the veranda. He is going to be interviewed. So it will be good. So yeah, so that's. Are we talking about? Oh, right. Kate wants to know about your hair. She's fascinated with your hair.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I dye my hair white because this is the same colour I was born with, and it darkened over the years. But because we go out filming for Truth Beyond Paranormal, I like to have white hair because it shows up on night vision as dark hair,
oh,
so you can see me easier.
I definitely, I love it. Oh, I
And
see
it
that
also
Tom
is damn
Lynn.
sexy.
It is damn sexy. Yeah, especially my
It does,
Tom
it
and
does look good on camera.
It's
I will
not.
admit. It does look
It
good
does.
on camera.
It does. So Tom and Lynn's, I couldn't help but notice that your two chickens fell in love there, because next week is Valentine's Day.
Chicken licking.
Chicken licking and Tom's.
Oh, the chickens. Oh God, did you just eat the chicken head?
Nearly. But everybody's complimenting Wayne's hair.
Thank you.
It looks good. It looks good, Wayne. See, everybody likes Wayne's hair. That's good for
I
you.
like to call it my Roy cut. Rutger Hauer in Blade Runner had pure white hair, and he had it all swept back like that, and that's the only way I can.
Only it didn't have various sticking up pieces.
Well,
Yeah, well, that's the Brill cream that's done that. Normally, when I gel it, it normally all sticks up and it's all.
See, mine's all matted down from wearing a hat all day, but you know.
So I call it my Roy cut.
It's good.
And I'm just going to go and look like Pebbles out of the Flintstones. So I am up for that one. But tomorrow night, that's tomorrow night, Sunday. What's happening in the Dark Mirror show on the Monday?
At the moment, same as always, talking about latest UFO sightings and alien reports, disclosure, and maybe the odd conspiracy theory. So, but pretty much similar to what we do on here and on Fools and Ghouls. Usually start off talking about latest conspiracies and aliens and UFOs, and then end up going off on a tangent somewhere and popping down rabbit holes and ending up somewhere else. So,
whoa,
Yeah.
that's like bestiality. That we don't need to.
going down rabbit holes, not up them.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
that's a different way of doing it, but it's still bestiality.
Yeah.
We were like, oh
Well,
god.
Next Thursday is a question mark, guys, because I might have a guest on next week. But that's a question mark if that person can make it with their team. So that's a question mark on that one. If no, then I was going to do the subject to the curse of the little bastard, because I thought it would be something different.
What was that?
We're like, what? So
Can
I've got
we
a
not
funny
do?
feeling.
Can we not do shows about me, please?
I was trying to disguise it. God's sake!
It's a bit of a giveaway, wasn't it?
Oh, but next Friday, yeah, as I said, guys, we're going to have. Sorry, Noreen put me off guard because she says Tom who shakes his cock. Kate says, yeah, Derek Cora, and she's laughing.
What's the name of that drink, wasn't it? The cock wobbler.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got his name in a
cock
strange way.
Oh.
Let's talk about that story. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No.
but everybody have a good night and stay safe and behave. Big happy birthday to you. And everyone, see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time. Oh, and one more thing, guys. Sam is going to be with us a wee bit more. That way.
Hello. I was like, who's that? Oh, yeah, me. My own name. That's good, isn't it? It's a good start.
Are you being interviewed by Drew?
Who? Drew. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
Drew who?
Yeah, it's the I think it's the second or third time Drew's interviewed me for DNTV.
Ah. Wayne, I'm sending you some alien images, Laura. Sending you happy birthday, Tom.
Cool.
Have a great one, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just received them. I'll have a look at them when we're finished.
Definitely. But everybody take care and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.